By fortune or misfortune, an eagle had the inconvenience of coming into contact with Lake Michigan and got in trouble. Rescuers slowly plodded out into the water to corral the eagle. Another man was waiting on the shore with blanket and thick handling gloves. Got it! They saved the bird! They started a forced defrostation, warm tap water directly applied to the ice ball. They were able to remove the ice beast. The bird was happy. He will stay in the rehab center until he finished his full recovery. He's flying perfectly, preening, and enjoying his daily free meals of rabbits, rat, and fish dinners. A rogue sheep found has been shorn of his heavily outgrown 35-kilogram fleece. Ba Rak was taken to a farm sanctuary where the fleece was removed to save his life. Although he was once owned by farmers, Ba Rak was found roaming a forest looking more woolly than usual. Look at this light walking after shaving. He must feel really good. A dog was rescued from a sweltering vehicle. It was a dog in a hot car outside a shopping center, and inside of the car it was 123.7 degrees Fahrenheit. The poor dog had problems breathing and was panting. The windows were barely cracked, but it was still very hot inside the car. With no owner inside, Officer Dave and his partner would eventually break the window. The dog couldn't even bark. He was panting so heavily. This poor buddy was in a very bad distress. The dog's owner came to the car and was mad that his window was broken. He drove away and was arrested at a gas station on the other side of the parking lot. Tonight, Pedro remains at the vet. It looks like he has neurological issues from being in the car that long. If you love your animal, you wouldn't leave it in a hot car like that. It's so good that Pedro is safe now. This animal rescue center received information about an abandoned little puppy at a cemetery. The rescue team found her very scared and in really poor condition. They went directly to the vet. It was so nice to see when she got up during driving. Her little body is so weak, fleas are all around her, probably hasn't eaten in days. Her little body was covered in fleas and had small worms at the back of her body, and flies were on her all the time. It was a hard image to see. After several days in hospital, she's finally a healthy puppy. She received a warm welcome at the shelter from the other dogs. She seems very energetic and has good appetite. Thankfully, with the vet's care, Anne is a healthy puppy today and soon will be looking for a forever home. The 4-year-old elk was spotted with a tire around its neck. It was stuck there for 2 years. They finally caught up with the animal and shot it with a tranquilizer dart to remove the tire. Rescuers expected to be able to cut the tire off with the use of a sawzall, but it was useless. They ended up just cutting the antlers off, pulling the tire up over its head. This guy was certainly not in bad body condition. He was healthy, strong, and fat. Rescuers have a few theories about how exactly the boy got the tire around his neck. You know, animals do weird things, and it's just a mystery we'll probably never know. But it's all over now. He's in good shape, and he will live a perfect and healthy life. Animal control had taken possession of a female dog who recently had puppies. The poor puppies were located under a small, tiny crawl space underneath the building. The rescue team took on the task of saving the puppies. Once on scene, several police officers responded to help and rescued these helpless puppies. The rescuers knew right off it wasn't going to be easy to retrieve these puppies. But finally, with the help of a few different departments, people could get them. Look at those cute babies. Happy Mom and babies were reunited at the shelter. They missed each other so much. A moose in New Hampshire got stuck in a pool and needed 9 people to pull it out. Look, this guy seems very relaxed. He was so close to the stairs but couldn't figure out how to get out. The moose was very stubborn and did not want to get out. Finally, they did it. This chilly guy's gonna be all right now.
Keep going before he comes back.
This man heard a bird splashing in the water, but this wasn't a water bird, it was a crow.
crow here in the water.
Crows don't swim. This poor rook had been trying really hard to take off and was just exhausted. They got this poor bird to shore and tried to dry him off and stop the shivering. After about an hour and a half, it gave a final shake and flew off the table. The man hopes this guy will be back to say thank you. A black bear was spending the afternoon stuck up in a tree in the backyard of a home. He climbed the tree, got scared, and climbed up more. Where's his mom? He's a little baby. The bear was not acting aggressively, but police and animal control had to be patient, so the neighborhood watched and waited. It was kind of fun to watch. Finally, 4 hours later, the bear started climbing down. He roamed around and a wildlife officer got him with a tranquilizer dart. Finally, cops carried him out, tagged him, and sent the bear on his way. It was a great experience for everybody. Foxes are renowned for getting stuck in weird places. If the coffee machine had not stopped working, we'd never know that a foxy was stuck there. So it's probably quite lucky. Come on, you're gonna use your legs, little foxy. Rescuers grasp him straight out, put him in a box, and let him go. He's quite subdued. That's wonderful. He's not dehydrated. They drove around to find a good place to release him. This foxy returns to his wildlife. This unlucky cow fell into a manhole in the middle of the field. After several unsuccessful attempts with great efforts, she eventually managed to get out. Then they tied the rope around her chest and it was successful. Look at the cow's face. She couldn't even understand what was going on. Be careful, darling. This is an incredible moose rescue from icy water. A brave rescuer went onto the ice to get this poor guy out. The moose was in icy water all this time and it was difficult for him to move. Just imagine how stressful this was for the moose. He started to swim to the opposite direction. He was so scared.
You got it. You got it.
Woo! Fortunately, the rescuer was able to put a rope on him. Finally, he was safe. Totally exhausted and stressed, of course, but it was really dangerous for him to stay on the lake. Rescuers were trying to get him out of there. Thank God this guy was noticed. He returned to his family. This is a heartwarming story about rescuing and adopting a dog. This couple met a homeless person with a dog. The man was beating her. The dog was in bad condition. They immediately decided to take this poor animal. She had a hard time trusting, but love heals everything. Her new owners gave her a wonderful name, Vita. Little by little, she started to get closer. Since she arrived, she never stopped wagging her tail. They put her up for adoption because they have 3 more dogs and couldn't take care of one more. But they couldn't let her go, fell in love with her, and wanted her to stay with them forever. We are so glad for her. Sometimes help from humans could be the last chance for an animal. If you see an animal in trouble, don't be indifferent. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.